rounds of boxing for the lightweight championship of Great Britain. This production is brought this evening to us live and exclusively on Sky Sports. The officials have been appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge, Mr. Ken Hannibal. Doctors also at ringside are Howard, Patel and White. And so, ladies and gentlemen, live from Dagenham, England, this is British Championship Boxing. Introducing to you, firstly, the challenger boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the dark blue shorts trimmed with white and yellow. At the weigh-in yesterday, he scaled 9 stone 9 pounds, or 135 pounds, the championship limit. He's an undefeated boxer, 18 contests, 18 wins. 10 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Coming to the ring this evening as the current undefeated Southern Area lightweight champion from Luton, England, Graham, the Duke of Earl. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the silver clip shorts trimmed with black. At the weigh-in yesterday, he scaled 9 stones, 8 pounds and 14 ounces, or 134 pounds and 14 ounces. He has an outstanding record, 27 contests, 24 wins. 13 of those wins coming by way of knockout, only 2 defeats and 1 draw. Coming to the ring as the former lightweight champion of the Commonwealth, tonight making the proud 5th defense of his title, presenting the current and reigning lightweight champion of Great Britain from Bradford in England, Bobby the Viper Vanzie. Timekeeper at the bell is Mr. Bob Edgeworth from Bromley, England, and the referee is star referee Mr. Paul Thomas from Derby, England. This is 12 rounds of championship boxing.
Bobby, okay, I spoke to you both in the dressing room. Just one final instruction. Remember to defend yourselves at all times, unless you hear me shout, stop boxing. The rest, you know, best of luck to both of you. Okay, well done.
Much anticipated 50-50 clash for the 135-pound coveted British lightweight belt. Once property of great names like Freddie Welsh, Jack Kidd Berg, Dave Charnley, and of course, my colleague alongside Jim Watt. So who better to ask? Will the snaky skills of the knowledgeable Vanzie or that come-forward aggression and youth of Earl win through in this crossroads fight?
Well, I said in the ring walk, Earl has the style to beat Vanzie, but I don't know if he's the experience to do it. There's no real way to prepare for a top-class Bobby Vanzie. He does so many strange things, leads with uppercuts, puts punches together, then ties you up, stops you from working. It takes a real experienced man to cope with some of the things Vanzie does. I don't know if Earl has that experience. And he's not difficult to catch either, Earl. He keeps his head stationary too long at times.
Vanzie, as always, looking ultra-confident. His career has dipped in form, though, and he knows he needs a major performance.
Well, that's the first time they've come together, and instinctively Vanzie grabs hold. So I hope it's not going to be one of his horrible nights, because he's had some of those.
We saw that in the clash of the Southpaws with Kentish Town's Stephen Smith at the Elephant and Castle a few years ago. But Vanzie defended successfully against Smith and came back from the brink to beat Steve Murray. And both of those were unbeaten hopes, like Earl. Vanzie has proved it time and again at domestic level.
Well, the first minute and a half has been boxed out of range. Not really getting down to it yet. Not a single worthwhile punch been landed yet. But Earl is right to take his time here. You don't want to do silly things against Vanzie. He has very quick reflexes.
Vanzie, who has been up as high as 10 stone 4 before, said this time he has made the weight properly, and they've been doing a number of checks on him, more than usual, the board, and he's passed every one.
Well, it's disjointed looking boxing in the first round from Vanzie. Earl nice and compact, which is what you have to do. Eventually, it's early yet, but eventually he's going to have to start marching forward behind a high guard and put punches together. You've got to back Vanzie up. Eventually, Earl's going to have to do that. But we haven't seen any of the class from Vanzie that he has produced in the past. Untidy at the moment.
First real shot from Graham Earl with the right hand. Vanzie does have unexpected, unpredictable power, which he may be wary of. It's a messy start for the British title. Dragging him on this balmy summer's evening. So hot in here. Maurice Corr there. Bobby Vanzie's new trainer was with Godfrey Brown for years. Neither really settled in that opener, did they?
No, Adam, it was a close first round. I scored at nothing each, as a matter of fact. Nothing at all happened in the first round. A good look at each other. Hopefully it'll catch fire soon.
Fifth defence for the unorthodox Bobby Vanzie in the silver trunks with the silver boots, up against the Duke of Earl, as he calls himself. Graham Earl, trained by Johnny Eames in fight number 19, never been beaten.
Well, Earl is doing the right thing. He's moving to his own left, trying to get outside the awkward southpaw jab of Vanzie. He's showing little feints. Vanzie is a nervous type of fighter. If you show him a feint, he will react to it. So show him a couple of feints, see how he reacts, and the next time, follow it up with a couple of punches. Earl's taking his time, which he's entitled to do, just trying to solve this man out.
Both are coming off rather weird performances. Bobby Vanzie was taken apart by Yuri Romanov, the excellent European lightweight, and Graham Earl suffered a bad cut against Nikolai Eremeyev, which they thought may take longer to heal. So watch for that. It was above the right eye. He won it on points.
Now, everything Vanzie does is out of range here. This is poor stuff from the champion here. He has to move in with these punches. It's all that nonsense stuff that we've seen in the past. Switching and out of range.
We'll be looking for that corkscrew uppercut that was so successful when he won this British title against Wayne Rigby. He says that tonight the performance will rank alongside that one.
I mean, he is a nightmare. Even in an off night, Vanzie is a nightmare to work out. He does so many unusual, unorthodox things. So it will not be easy for Earl. But he's keeping his cool. He's not doing anything silly. Good left hand from Vanzie.
Straight through the middle. Oh, felt that one. Right over the top. And Bobby Vanzie starts to go to work.
I mean, why doesn't he stay within range and let some punches go? He's backed Earl into a corner, nowhere to go, but safety first.
Straightforward, Graham Earl. Hasn't got started yet. This was the round that he destroyed Steve Murray. He jumped on the Harlow tree surgeon in his best performance so far. Hasn't done that with the tricky Vanzie, who's settled better. Bobby Vanzie defending his British lightweight title here. Better second from him.
Well, he won the second, but I'm not going to exaggerate and say it was better. He's still using this crazy style. 90% of the work he did was out of range. But on my card, he won the round simply because he took nothing and landed a couple of punches himself. But we still want this fight to catch fire.
Vanzie goes straight to work at the beginning of the third. Can the Southern Area champion live with the style, the awkwardness of Vanzie?
See, Earl is trying to find a conventional, sensible way to go to work on Vanzie, but he's not going to find it. He's going to have to take some chances. Eventually, he's going to have to impose himself on Vanzie, but he's standing off, trying to box his way in. It's not working. He's going to have to just declare war on Vanzie.
The tough Ghanaian James Armour worked out a way to walk down Bobby Vanzie, and Yuri Romanov last time out certainly did. So what has he got to do?
You have to walk forward and keep the punches coming. It's no, see, Earl at the moment is boxing at Vanzie's pace. He's boxing, he's having a boxing match. He's trying to pick some nice little cute punches. Vanzie will enjoy that all night long. His awkwardness is fully effective then. You have to put him under pressure, you have to declare war, get the chin down, get the hands up, and march forward and let some punches go. Shake him out of this rhythm, if rhythm is what we want to call it.
Steve Murray certainly shook Bobby Vanzie up. 2 knockdowns in the first round of their fight. Vanzie clawed his way back. How he got up after that first one, I'll never know, but he did. And he takes some beating.
That was a little taste of what Earl must come up with. He must fall. Single punches are a waste of time. He has to put them together and march on top of Vanzie. Get that chin down a little bit lower. Hands up and just get in behind his punches. Punch on the way in.
Still really stalking Graham Earl, not letting his jab flow at all at the moment. He's the one that's got to rip this title away from the champion.
And the problem with Vanzie, when you get close, he's an expert at nullifying the work, tying you up.
The way he uses his hands, and tonight he keeps stamping his right foot up and down. I haven't seen that little trait before. Fast shot left hand, but Earl comes back with a counter. Best shot of the fight so far.
Still throwing single punches. Earl is going to have to find a little bit more confidence and put it into his work.
Our summer of international rugby union continues this Saturday afternoon. The Tri-Nations, it's South Africa against New Zealand. Sky Sports 3 from 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
Well, we had a very heated fight for the British welterweight title. This one for the 9'9" belt belonging to Bobby Vanzie at the moment. More like a chess match. Hasn't caught fire as of yet, and it could be a pretty tricky one to score, Jim.
Yeah, it's awkward. Vanzie is winning most of the rounds so far. I think I scored the first round even because nothing happened. But the problem for Earl is virtually no success whatsoever. Loads of Vanzie's work is out of range, as it always is, but he has pinned a few punches on target.
Graham Earl's long apprenticeship started in September '97 when he stopped Marco Callahan at the Elephant and Castle. And they've waited, and now they think the time is right, that Bobby Vanzie is slipping and the title can go to Luton's.
We have to say about Bobby Vanzie, some of his best performances have been in defence of this title, winning the title and defending it. So we still may have a treat in store, who knows?
Oh, felt that right hand, his leg stiffened. And Bobby Vanzie, who has stopped 13 in his 24 wins, can dig. And I think because they come from different angles, Jim, more effect.
Yeah, you can't prepare, and that's the reason you don't try to counter Bobby Vanzie. You've got to attack him. If you don't know where the punches are coming from, how in heavens are you going to counter them? So you've got to do the attacking. But he's been picked off now. he'll start doing a job. So Earl has to initiate the attacks, cannot counter this man.
Exuding confidence, and a most arrogant look on the face of Bobby Vanzie now. Just moved up in gears in this fourth round. Can Earl live with him? He's still got the speed, hasn't he?
He has, and he's still got that awkwardness, but Earl doesn't look as though he has the confidence that the punches are going to land. You can see when he's throwing the punches, there's that look in his face. I don't think this punch is going to land, and he's usually right. That's it, you have to pressurise Vanzie, you have to attack, forget the counter punches, you have to be prepared to take a few on the way in, but take them and land better ones, that's the answer.
Slipping, sliding, a little bit of holding, a bit of play acting, but some sharp shooting skills from Bobby Vanzie are winning him this at the moment.
Put your eye. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Good. He's doing a lot of work in it. Do this. All right, listen. There are a lot bigger guys in this, aren't there?
I feel great, says Bobby Vanzie to the friendly, amiable trainer, Maurice Corr.
That was the right hand that just shook Earl a little bit. You can see him wanting to hold there. Just caught him high on the head, but definitely shook him. Then it was another solid shot. The good punches are coming from Vanzie. Not a vintage performance as yet, but really has things under control. Earl is all at sea. No signs that he can solve this job out.
First third of the fight over. Bobby Vanzie, probably third in Britain. Graham Earl, maybe sixth. Above them, Jason Cook. David Burke, who failed in Italy recently to take the European title. Stefano Zoff, the champion. Kevin Bennett, who had that win over Colin Dunn as well, in the mix. British 9 stone 9 title. Long reigning champion Bobby Vanzie. Got more of a foothold so far. But that's better from Earl as he closes the range down. Has he got to throw punches in bunches, in clusters?
Yep, single punches against Vanzie, no good. You can't counter single punches, it will never land. You have to put them in bunches. You have to be prepared to take a couple of shots on the way in. But rightly so, Earl is trying to find a sensible, conventional way to get this job done. I don't think it exists. It's getting closer now, which is a little bit encouraging for him. Good left hook from Vanzie. Sorry, right hook, southpaw.
It's those counters that Graham Earl is wary about. Does he believe he has the skills and tools to be able to take this British title away? His team was sort of sceptical in the build-up. They weren't sure how much Vanzie had left, and I think that was the worry.
Yeah, well, I reckon that Earl had the style to give Vanzie trouble, but maybe not the experience, and I think that's how it's shaping up in the early stages here. He just doesn't know how to get started with Vanzie.
Did look excellent when he won an eliminator against Mark Winters at Wembley. Graham Earl boxed very decently that night. But he's such a box of tricks, Vanzie. He's so difficult to prepare for. Who do you get as a sparring partner?
I was just thinking maybe if you can go to the aquarium and get an octopus or something and put some boxing gloves on it, that's the closest thing you'll get to Bobby Vanzie, I think.
Vanzie, who's always done things his own way. Based in Bradford. Comes across as difficult and arrogant. Really is a very bright individual. Family man, 2 kids, and 1 due any minute, apparently. Could even be tonight.
Yeah, he's actually a good guy when you speak to him, Bobby Vanzie. You know, he's very respectful. you can't help liking him. But I'm frustrated with him because I've seen him on his good nights and he is really something special to watch. Then other nights, he's a nightmare.
Right hand from Earl at the end of the round.
Don't let him sit down and not get hit. All right? Keep walking him back.
Just telling Graham Earl to put the pressure on. Johnny Eames also said he's only given Earl a round so far.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've done that yet. I think he shaved a couple on my card. That's the best I've been doing for him.
Needs something else, Graham Earl, if he's to win this British title. Can he wear Bobby Vanzie down? Romanov stopped him in the 8th. There's Jim's card after 5. Couple even there.
Yeah, well, in the even rounds, I think Vanzie's punching so far out of range. He's not prepared to take the initiative. He wants the pot shot, but wants to make it easy. He's not prepared to stand and trade, which is fair enough. But a lot of his work, because of that, is out of range.
Paul Thomas, the referee, who will decide, as he did when Bobby Vanzie turned back Anthony Campbell in his first defence of this title, a fight many ringside thought Campbell won. Maybe Paul Thomas admires Vanzie's style and skills. Some do.
I mean, you have to admire it. It's not always good to look at, but I mean, he's perfected it, and he's very, very difficult to beat when he's on this kind of form. Reflexes are so sharp. But you have to put him under pressure. You can't allow him the room that Earl is allowing him tonight.
So how come he was so poor against Yuri Romanov? Do we believe the weight-making problems?
That's a possibility, but Romanov was hard, he was tough, he was prepared to walk forward and take what Vanzie had. I don't think Graham Earl has that confidence. A couple of times he's taken clean shots, they're shaking him up a little bit. So I feel to beat Vanzie, to get on top, you have to take chances, you have to be prepared to take shots to land better ones. Earl's not been prepared to do that yet.
Vanzie has been the boss. And what a worried look on manager Frank Maloney's face. He's not had a good week. With Scott Harrison losing his world featherweight title to Manuel Medina in Glasgow. Shed a few tears, Frank, on that night.
Just a little bit short of the class that's required to solve Vanzie out. That's the problem. He's just a little bit straightforward, Earl. Good, solid little pro, but he's not really special in any department. And every little mistake he makes, Vanzie's pinning him with a little clip for that.
He's trying, Graham Earl, but is he landing enough? Good left again from Bobby Vanzie. Well, will he become British champion? Another one from Luton. Billy Schwer is ringside with Craig Slater.
Well, Billy, you said the result might depend on which Bobby Vanzie turns up tonight. So far, it's a pretty confident one.
It is. He's got a command lead. He's building up a nice lead. Graham Earl's, I think, struggling with his style. Bobby Vanzie's happy there. He's in control. He's fighting his own type of fight. But Graham Earl, to win this title, he's got to do something drastic and knock him out of his style. He looks as though a little bit stuck in the mud.
Jim Watt's telling him he needs to declare war on Bobby Vanzie. He needs to take a few risks now, doesn't he?
I think so. He's got to pressure him, put him under pressure, just get on top of him and make the play, because he's not really doing enough. He's really got to take this title away from Bobby Vanzie. He's really got to make the effort now.
Can he still turn it around, do you think?
Sorry?
Can he still turn it around, Graham Earl?
I don't know. It's looking a bit unlikely, but he really needs to do something drastic.
Thanks, Billy.
Something drastic. Well, on the success stats there, Earl ahead, but many more thrown and landed by Bobby Vanzie as he smiles his way into the second half of the 5th defence of his British 9'9" belt. Remembering the silver trunks, the switch-hitting Bradford 29-year-old in fight number 28. He's won 24 of them. He's been good to have in the game, never quite made it to the top level. Missed out on an opportunity to fight for the WBO title, and his career stagnated a little of late.
This is better from Earl now. He's going to have to be prepared when he leads off to take the counter from Vanzie, but walk through it and keep throwing punches. This is much better from Earl. He's going to have to be prepared to take a punch to land better. He's been trying to do it the classy way, the sensible way. Forget it. Just go on with the job, drag him into a battle.
The fans urging him in. Frank Maloney applauding. Johnny Eames saying, come on, pressure, pressure. Will Vanzie tire? Will he slow?
Well, not if Earl doesn't put him under pressure. He landed a couple of shots there. He has to stay there and keep the punches coming. Has to stay where he is and let some punches go. This is better from Earl. Has to take the initiative, take this fight with a scruff of the neck and get himself into it.
10 knockout wins in 18 for Graham Earl. Hasn't managed to shake up Vanzie of yet.
Now he did it that time. He took a counter, but he come back with a counter of his own. That's what he has to do. Be prepared to let punches go, no matter what comes his way. He's going to have to disregard the punches he's taken and just go on with the job. Get the chin down, take the punches on the head. This is much better.
Good jab. Good use of that punch, really, for the first time. It's been a decent seventh from Graham Earl. But still, Vanzie comes back with quick combinations.
Lovely right hand from Earl. This is more like it. Let some punches go. Stay with him.
Is the tide turning? Willie Schwer said he had to do something and fast, and now he's catching him more regularly with those right hands.
Sometimes this is when you see the best of Bobby Vanzie, when he's under a little bit of pressure and he has to respond. Will he do that, or will he start backing off?
Earl's round, to the delight of the crowd.
Listen.
Experienced corner, Mick Williamson, Johnny Eames, Frank Maloney. What are they saying?
Listen to me, yeah? He don't like this pace. This pace suits you. You've got him where you want him now. Don't be stupid and take your silly chances, right? Steady pressure, smart pressure. When you find the right, you come back to it. It's landing, yeah? So what I'm saying, yeah? Big range. Keep walking him back and keep working him, Gray, yeah? You're in this fight now. You've got to make it a bit closer. You've got enough time to win.
You're in this fight now, agree?
Yep, this is the kind of fight Earl needs. Now it's competitive, now it's an even match. This is what we want. I don't favour Earl, I don't favour Vanzie. We just want to see a good spectacle. And now it's beginning to shape up as though we're going to get that.
Round number 90 in the career of 24-year-old Graham Earl. Remember, in the dark blue trunks with his name across the waistband, the Duke on the back. A 12-week-old daughter. He's had a good year, Graham Earl. Can he capture the British title to make it a terrific summer?
He's still reaching with the jab then, doesn't want to do that. He wants to walk in, get that chin down, walk in, take the counter. But just, that's it, take the counter, but let more punches go.
Right hands. Bobby Vanzie being hit more now. Is that because Earl's worked out the strategy, or because Vanzie's become clumsy?
No, Earl is definitely boxing better, but as I say, he's been trying to find a way to land punches without taking any. He just has to forget that. See, he takes the counter there, but comes back with his own right hand. That's what he has to do. Be prepared to catch punches on his forehead that let 2-3 punches of his own go. Vanzie doesn't put them together too often, so he can out-punch him and outwork him. Good match now, good fight now.
it's certainly become a lot closer. But did Bobby Vanzie get into a very decent lead over the first half?
I just wonder, has Earl solved them out without realising he solved them out? If he knows that these are the tactics required, he'll keep doing it. So time will tell if he gets belief in what he's doing and he keeps doing it. But now this is good stuff.
Good 8th round here in Dagenham. The one that Brian Gentry fell in to Graham Earl when he won the Southern Area lightweight title. He has produced some good performances and some colder ones, a bit like tonight, Earl.
Yeah, but the problem is, I think this is a different level. You have to say, Vanzie at domestic level, there's a quality operator, he's unusual. This is definitely, without doubt, the toughest match Earl has ever found himself involved in. But beginning to cope well with it.
No problem too with cuts this time, Graham Earl. As he stands and trades, this is better. He's digging in. Is he starting to fancy the job? Well, it's always been a competitive division at 9 stone 9, no more so than in recent times. One or two being found out as we moved up in level. Bobby Vanzie probably 3rd, Earl at 6. Steve Murray desperate for a rematch with either of those a bit further down. John Thaxton is going to get his chance at some point soon as well. Who do you think's number 1?
Yeah, probably Jason Cook, you would say, if he can start reminding himself he has a lightweight and make the weight for championship fights. Probably that order was just about right.
Look at this. We're going back to the centre of that ring. Okay? No single punches. Bring him there. He'll go before you. Bring him there.
Advice for Vanzie. Can he just crank the heat up again after a lull? There's time for Graham Earl to win this, even if he's slightly down at the moment.
But we've seen Bobby Vanzie in the past, just when things start to look bleak, he just steps up a gear, but he's going to have to do it now, because for me that was Earl's best round.
Good combination from Vanzie. Earl felt that. But he comes back with a couple of solid-looking blows. Finally warming up, isn't it?
Yep, this is the fight now we hoped it would be.
Right hand down the middle, man.
Who has more?
Right hand down the middle.
Who's trained that bit harder? These are the championship rounds. Bobby Vanzie has been here before. Graham Earl needs to prove to everybody that he can do this. Body shots. Just get a little bit of a reaction from Bobby Vanzie.
I think Earl knew then he should have been stepping in and pressurising, but maybe just worried about the pace now.
Few could split them before this. Few could split David Barnes and Jimmy Vincent. It's been a fascinating night of boxing. Real good championship matches.
Well, this one has certainly caught fire now. It took a couple of rounds for it to happen. Not the highest quality boxing or punching I've seen, but for excitement, yeah, definitely worth the ticket money.
Vanzie being drawn in. Johnny Eames very pleased now in the corner with his charge. But he's still dangerous, Vanzie. with those snaky, spidery arms.
I still like Earl's punching in this round. Good short, crisp punching. Putting them together well. Big improvement in his work in the last couple of rounds.
He needed to. They were telling him in the corner. He's responded and reacted. Right hand starting to land flush. Vanzie just breathing a bit heavier.
See, with Vanzie's style, he's all over the place. He uses up a lot of steam.
Billy Schwer wanted something drastic. Has he got it, Craig?
Yes, well, Billy, you had Bobby Vanzie in a commanding lead at the halfway stage, but it seems to be narrowing now.
It does, yeah. Graham's put a bit more effort in. The last few rounds he's won, I think, so it's becoming a bit closer.
And of course, looks like a nasty cut there opening up over Graham Earl's right eye, which was cut before a head clash.
It looks like there's a clash of heads right at the end of the round there, so that could be troubles for Graham. He appearing a little bit tired, but both fighters are a bit tired. Bobby Vanzie still boxing his type of fight, but not so successful.
You can take a look at it now, the head clash.
That's it, yeah. And it's opened a cut on Graham Earl's right eye, which is going to be bad news for him. I think he's still got to take the fight to him to win the championship. He's got to take the title off him. And there it is, another clash of heads.
Thanks, Billy.
Mick Williamson has been at work on that slash. Same place as he was cut before against Nikolai Eremaev. Will it worsen? Or, Jim, with only 3 rounds left, will it matter?
Well, hopefully he can put it out of his mind. Actually, I think that the clash was as much Earl's fault as it was Vanzie's. He was the one coming forward. So I don't think really he can blame Vanzie for that clash.
Will that worry him mentally, Graham Earl, having got himself back into the argument? He's just got to keep doing what he has been for the last 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, he has to keep compact. Vanzie's work is becoming wilder and his punches are becoming wider now. He's missing by a mile with some of these leading right hooks. So Earl should be keeping tight and marching right up, punching as he goes.
Frank Maloney over the other side, very interested in how everybody's scoring it at ringside. Close-ish, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Earl has certainly closed things up a little bit. I believe I've scored 2 even rounds, so that could just make the difference, one way or the other.
That is Jim's card. Had a couple of lucky ones. Bobby Vanzie before. Paul Thomas, the experienced referee from Derby, will decide. No judges at ringside for the British title. Neither man down, neither man seriously hurt.
Vanzie driving himself forward again. I think he knows a couple of bad rounds. Boxing away from home. Get back in and pick up the pace, that's what he's doing.
Walks into a right from Earl. Mouth wide now, Bobby Vanzie. Gaping slightly. He's had a long professional career since he turned in May '95. How are the legs?
Missing with wild punches now, Vanzie, that's a sign of tiredness.
Frustrating time in the fight for Bobby Vanzie.
Good right hook from Vanzie.
Forward, come forward. Go forward, Graham.
He's answering the call, the Bradford southpaw. Just when things are beginning to swing away, he reminds Graham Earl he's very much still in this. Great left hand.
Yeah, well, that's what champions are supposed to do. Respond when the going gets tough.
Come on, you got 2 more in there, stick him with him, right? Let's stick with this boy here now, right? Come on, put it together, deep there, deep breath, sit back. Come on, deep in. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Your championship belt's on the line here, Vanzie, yeah? Get that in your head. Sit back, deep breath, deep breath. You all right? Come on, you've done this work, you've done it before. You don't like this thing. Put him in now. Let's go to this thing. Long punches, long.
The championship belt on the line, says Morris Gore. Nassim Hamed's big friend.
11 pounds, right? Got 2 more.
Won't give any clues as to whether the Prince will return.
If you guys into it, down to these 2 rounds what we do. You got to start strong, you got to finish strong, okay? You got to hit this guy.
And he wants Vanzie to win this so much. Other corner, they continue to work on the eye. So 6 minutes left of a very tightly fought British lightweight battle between Bobby Vanzie, the champion from Bradford, remember in the silver trunks with the socks he always wears pulled up. Graham Earl came back in the middle rounds as he needed to, but is Vanzie just a little in front, Jim?
Yeah, I've got him a little in front, but the main thing for Earl, he's found a little bit of confidence now. He's been finding the target for a few rounds. But full credit to Vanzie, just when you think he's maybe losing his grip on the fight, back he comes with a decent round.
Good boy, Frank. Keep going forward.
He's been in a boxing limbo, a wilderness, Bobby Vanzie. These 2 rounds are very, very vital to his career. Once again, like we said with David Barnes and Jimmy Vincent, Graham Earl can come again.
Yeah, well, keep in mind, the referee didn't agree with our decision on that one, so you never know till it's over.
This one has been closer. Early rounds difficult.
Well again.
Early rounds difficult to score. Vanzie just beginning to get the spring back in his boots. No knockdown, but both tired. And Graham Earl going where he's never gone before, beyond 10. Vanzie has completed 12 3 times. Boxing with rhythm again, isn't he, Vanzie?
Yeah, what he's doing now is using his experience. When he's not punching, he's showing little feints, getting himself out of range, landing a couple of shots, then back out of range again. Using the smart stuff now, Vanzie. He's feeling tired, but he's jigging around. They're just trying to make an impression on Earl.
Graham Earl's friend Ross Minter on his feet, trying to beckon him on in these final stages. Frank Maloney almost hoarse, shouting and shouting. Right uppercut thrown, first time in the fight from Graham Earl.
Yeah, you really have to hand it to Bobby Vanzie. I won't say it's a vintage performance, not his smoothest, but the few times when it looked as though the fight was maybe going to slip away, he just prepared to dig in.
The experience and the British Championship class of Bobby Vanzie beginning to tell. Let's have a look at the fight total of punches landed. Wow, only 2 between them. How close is that? But Jim, the feeling you get at ringside is that Vanzie is defending this that little bit more than Earl is taking it.
Yeah, on my card I've got a little bit wider than the stats have. A lot of Vanzie's work has been out of range, but for me he's turned it around just at the crucial stages in the fight. I have him in front at the moment, so Earl needs a minor miracle on my card. But it's one of these fights where I would not kick up my fuss if the referee saw it the other way. A lot of close rounds and a lot of punches that weren't of the highest quality.
Final round, Johnny Eames punches the air. He urges the crowd to drive Earl on. Is it too little, too late? He's put up a courageous display, but did he get out of the blocks quick enough? Only Paul Thomas knows that for sure.
Keep working, Brian, keep working.
Tip for tat. But Vanzie hasn't slowed. And he's using all the knowledge over the years.
Yeah, just my overall feeling is that Earl hasn't done enough to take this man's title away. It took too long to get going. And Vanzie's got a couple of decent rounds in the second half of the fight.
Cheeky left hand that the crowd won't like from Bobby Vanzie. As Earl slipped to the floor. Has Earl been good enough to win a British title?
I think a little bit short in imagination, to be honest. I mean, Bobby Vanzie is a nightmare. But Graham definitely needs a little bit more quality, a little bit more class, a little bit more guile in his approach. But a good solid little pro nevertheless.
He's been gutsy. He has tried Graham Earl, but has he had enough? It looks like Bobby Vanzie is boxing his way through to defence number 5 of the British lightweight title. Well, he came down, he broke Stephen Smith's heart, and those of his fans. Same with Steve Murray in Harlow. Has he done it for a third time down in Dagenham in front of Graham Earl's faithful? 20 seconds left.
Well, the first 3 rounds weren't much to look at, but they've certainly made up for it since. This has been a cracker since.
Great second half. Has Bobby Vanzie retained his British Championship? Paul Thomas keeps us waiting. No! Another strange decision. Graham Earl wins the British lightweight title. Well, all in the scoring. Paul Thomas did it. And we'll have an interview with the winner after the break, plus a chance to see the red-hot amateur Kevin Mitchell. Graham Earl takes his kiss from his wife and wins the title. There's Ross Minter and Frank Warren. Frank Maloney and Johnny Eames delighted. Did he deserve it, yes or no?
Well, I think that Frank Maloney was delighted but surprised as well. I can understand anybody not particularly liking what Bobby Vanzie does. I don't always like it myself, but I thought he did enough to hang on to his title tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, referee Paul Thomas has scored the contest for Vanzie 114 points, for Earl 116 points. The winner and the new lightweight champion of Great Britain,
Graham Earl does it.
from
We'll get the
Luton,
reaction
England,
on this decision after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, fantastic performance.
Graham Earl ends Bobby Vanzie's long reign as British lightweight champion. We have a new title holder. Let's hear from him now.
Graham, congratulations. In fight number 19, you become the British lightweight champion. It was tough in there. Do you think you did enough over the course of the fight?
It was very tough. I knew until the last round, Johnny and Frank said to me, you're behind. You need to step up and win the rest of the rounds. So I've done that. I dug it out because it's very hot in here tonight. And he's a very good slippery customer, you know. Champion that he is, you've seen what he's like at British level. He's won all of his defences, so it's a new step for Graham Earl.
Slow start from you, but you came on strong at the end. And do you think that's what it was that Paul Thomas gave it to you for?
Definitely. I mean, it was a very slow start at the beginning. I need to work on that, and I will do. But, you know, a win's a win at the end of the day, and I can go back and learn from that.
Johnny Eames, you must be very, very proud. Do you think he deserved it, or do you think Bobby Vanzie will be upset?
Yeah, no, I thought going into the last 2 rounds, it was even. That's how I had it, and me and Frank spoke about it. We both had it even, and I thought he more than won the last 2 rounds.
Quick reaction, Frank. A better night for you after last Saturday?
Yeah, good night, good result, and now we just go forward. We'll sit down with Frank later on tomorrow, and we'll start planning for the future for Graham Earl. I think he's got a bright future, and he's beginning to prove it, and he's developing very nicely.
Going to have to hold on